Hi again, guys. We're going to learn another sight word today. And this one will look similar to you because it has some letters from your other sight words. So I'm going to write it out and see if you can think of what it is. Because you can actually blend some of these sounds. I'm going to write it with an uppercase letter because you can start sentences with it. T, H. So right now it should remind you of two of your sight words, right? That's how the starts, and that's how they starts. So the beginning sound is the. Now, the next letters, I and S. What word is I-S? Right, I-S is. So if we take the is, what word is that? This. Okay, and we'll write it lowercase because it can be in the middle of a sentence too. T, H. Now, even though these are lowercase letters, they're still skyline letters. Remember, lowercase letters can be tall letters too. T, H, I, S. This is this. And when we use the word this, we are talking about something in particular. Not any one, but this one. Let's spell it together. T, H, I, S. This is this. Okay, so I'm going to read a story with this in it, but you are going to help me read it. When I hold up this, you're going to read this. This story is called Little Mouse and the Big Cupcake. Right, I know, it would have been good for when I did little and big with you. Here's the cover. That is a big cupcake, especially for a little mouse. Little Mouse was scurrying along when he found something. A chocolate chip raspberry cream cupcake. Wow! Cried Little Mouse. This looks yummy, but it's so big. How can I get this home? So we use this when we are talking about a particular item, and he's talking about this particular cupcake. At that very moment, Bird flew down, so Little Mouse asked if he could help. This is much too big for me to carry, said Bird, but it looks scrumptious. May I please try a crumb or two of this cupcake? Little Mouse said, yes, and Bird picked off a big bit. Pick, 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 pick. Bird went picking at this big cupcake. Then along came Frog, and Little Mouse asked if he would help. I can't lift this cupcake, said Frog. It's much too big. But may I please have a little taste? Of course, said Little Mouse. Frog took a large bite of this really big cupcake. Yum, 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 yum. Do you think it's small enough for Mouse to carry yet? Just then, Mole popped his head out of his hole. So, Little Mouse asked if he Oh, this cupcake is far too big to squeeze down into my tunnel, said Mole. But, oh, please, may I have a nibble? Little Mouse said, okay, and Mole opened his mouth wide and took a big bite of this big cupcake. Scrunch! What's happening to the cupcake? Right, it's getting smaller and smaller. None of them can help carry it, but they sure can help eat it, right? It wasn't long before other animals came along. There was Snail and Possum and even Chipmunk, and although none of them could lift this big cupcake, they all asked to try some. And Little Mouse, being the kind little mouse that he was, said yes to everyone. You may all have a bite of this big cupcake. So they lined up and waited for their turn. Slurp, yum, yum, chomp, chomp, chomp. Boy, they're really enjoying that cupcake. Is it still looking big? It's getting smaller by the minute. Little Mouse felt sad. He still didn't know how he was going to get this cupcake home. Then he looked again, and he noticed that the cupcake was much smaller now. Much, much smaller now. Look at, do you see the cake anymore? And no, now it's just the wrapper and they're looking in it. In fact, it was exactly mouse size. You can carry this cupcake home now, said all of Mouse's little friends. You're right, said Mouse with a smile. This is just the right size to carry in my tummy. Yummy! He ate it right then and there. He didn't even have to carry it home. So, there was a lot of this in this book. And that is a cute story, right? Here the mouse had little mouse had a big problem because he couldn't carry that big cupcake. And all of his friends, well, they couldn't either. They wanted to help, but they couldn't. It was too big. But they said, could we have a nibble? And just by Mouse being kind and sharing that cupcake, it actually helped that he shared. Because, right, the cupcake got small enough for him to carry in his tummy. Yummy. So, our new sight word is this. Let's spell it. T-H-I-S. This is this. And just last week in music, right? Didn't you sing a song with this? This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, right? That's right. You let that light shine. So you will do this Superstar sight word paper. You know what to do. And then you will do this penmanship paper. Okay? And we'll do some sentences tomorrow with this and some of our other words. All right, boys and girls, I'll see you in a little while for math.